Good morning, everyone. Brian here with BMK Retro Gaming. This morning I have for us a review of the ColecoVision original library game, BurgerTime. Now, it is, of course, forgive me, I guess that's a little bit... See there? No, it's okay, I guess. As most who are familiar with this already know, it is an arcade port. With the arcade cabinet original having been developed by Data East and distributed by them in Japan, and developed by Data East and then distributed here by Bally Midway in North America. And I guess also the international market, I forget. Anyway, that was in 1982, and then in 1984 we got this ColecoVision arcade port of the game from Coleco Industries Incorporated under license from Data East. One of the things that might confuse some a bit about that is, Mattel with their Intellivision and all did get an arcade license to do BurgerTime, and they did a port for their own Intellivision home video game console line, and through their M-Network label, which they used for porting to other things, primarily like the Atari VCS 2600. They also ported over to their to the Atari VCS 2600, as I reviewed before, and also things like, say, the Mattel Inquiry's home computer port. However, with the they didn't really use that M-Network label to port anything over to the ColecoVision. So, as far as I've been able to gather, what happened was that Coleco Industries Incorporated went ahead and got the license from Data East to do their own arcade port of the game for the ColecoVision. And that would technically tell us that the license that was given to Mattel was not necessarily, to do their arcade ports, was not necessarily an exclusive one, but non-exclusive. Otherwise, they wouldn't have allowed Coleco to also get a license to do their own arcade port too, so there is that. So that's where it can be a little bit confusing, is you'd think it might be an M-Network port from Mattel, but really no, it's just that Coleco Industries Incorporated went ahead and got their own arcade license to do one for the from Data East to do a ColecoVision arcade port. Anyway, it's a very good game, and as with many arcade ports on the ColecoVision, pretty much all of them really, well, hang on, make sure this is cleared enough, clammy fingers and all in here a little bit. Okay, I think that's much better. Okay. Anyway, ColecoVision's, the arcade ports Coleco did for the ColecoVision are almost always the most arcade accurate, and in this one's case, if you were to say look up the Video Game Critics review, he describes it as 100% arcade accurate. I would kind of agree. There are some minor differences, such as opposed to the arcade cabinet original, you have 4 levels of difficulty to choose from, as well as a 1 and 2 player mode, and 4 difficulty levels to choose from for both of those. So, in that regard, it's a little bit different. But other than that, as we will see with the gameplay, it is arcade accurate enough in every other way that, as the Video Game Critic put it, it kind of even gives the arcade cabinet original a bit of a run for its money in some ways. Anyway, I only have a loose copy, which I had gotten from, let me see here, from the Gaming Outpost quite a bit ago, and it's pretty nice and all. No overlays or anything in the back here. I don't know if it came with them or not for sure originally. Probably so. But anyway, mine has a pretty nice label and all with everything. It's mentions being from 1982 Data East on the license. And also package, program, and audiovisual in 1984 by Coleco Industries Incorporated. And it, of course, tells us it's for the ColecoVision and Atom family computer system. You know, the Atom computer add-on. Most things that would play on the ColecoVision will play on it too. And it's got a pretty nice top here that says pretty much the same thing. And it does have a little wear like here in this little corner and all, but other than that, it's pretty much in pretty nice shape. Nothing too bad with this one. In fact, you take a look in here, the contacts, everything are pretty clean and all. Maybe a tad bit shaky, but not bad, you know. A lot of cartridges, especially with age, you know, might be a little loose, but not bad. Bad enough to be a concern. Anyway, unfortunately, I did not have time with everything else I'm busy with to look up instructions for it and everything. So I'm kind of going a little bit from memory here, so I won't be able to tell you guys everything like about the point values for, there are differences in the point values from just crushing an enemy with a burger ingredient to dropping them all the way down on a burger ingredient. That's worth more points. I think the pepper sprays are worth a little bit of points too, though I forget. And you start with a number of lives. I forget if it's, well, we'll look and see how many. Anyway, I don't want to waste too much time yapping about it. I'm going to go ahead and toss this into my ColecoVision Phoenix, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at the gameplay. Okay, so here we go with gameplay for the ColecoVision arcade port of BurgerTime from 1984. Got my ColecoVision Phoenix turned on, and with the cartridge in, it goes up, not to go through everything else, just, here we go, see? It says BurgerTime, Data East, and all that. Skill level 1, okay. To explain pretty easily here, you use your mini thumbstick joystick to move, and either fire button tends to allow you to spray a pepper in defense if you need to. Though if I'm not mistaken, I think it also kind of depends on the direction you're turned when you do it as to which way it's going to go. But you can use either one, generally speaking. One thing you have to think about here is to kind of develop a little bit of a pattern with it. As we can see, it's got the musical tones. It's very nice and pretty nice looking too. And Peter Pepper looks good. The enemies look good. We've got Mr. Egg, Mr. Sausage, is it? Or and we've got later on levels we'll have Mr. Pickle too. Using too many peppers at one time here. Okay, that's 100 points that you get for dropping like that. Oh, you know what, I'm not going to take that from it. I'm going to go ahead and reboot it real quick since it won't take but a second. I kind of goofed for about... Can be kind of tough to talk and play at the same time. Because I also have to concentrate too. Anyway, Peter Pepper and the enemies all look pretty good. They all are pretty much maybe what we might expect of them. Here's begins a pretty, as I was saying before, pretty good game. That's, there we go, there's the 500 points for getting the item for the extra peppers, so that's good. Oops, used 2 of them without meaning to. Oh well. Got a chance to get another one. And then, as we saw, it's 100 points for dropping the ingredients directly on them. Dropping in with it's another 500, so there's our points right there. I didn't even need a manual to find that out. Not that it wouldn't have been helpful, but you know, what are you gonna do? Darn it! I'm not going to let him take me on the first level like that. I hate it when that happens with games, and it was kind of my fault. I kind of screwed up, but we'll give it another go from the beginning. It doesn't take that long. Part of the pattern I kind of up here is to let him kind of come right there. And since they're going to go straight up, ignore them for the most part and keep going. Yeah, I got him right there. There's a lot of ways with BurgerTime you can successfully work it out if you just work at it right. I mean, seriously, it's a tough game, but far from impossible. No, you don't. Aha, extra points again. You can really watch them and see how they have a little bit of a pattern to how they will move and chase you around, so that makes it a lot easier. There we go, level 1 complete, 5,550 points. Level 2 gets a tad trickier. Still not all that bad. Like I was saying before, if you can just develop a pattern correctly and kind of follow it, you can manage with them pretty easy, so. Okay, so it's not all that easy if you screw it up, but I'm not sure if that noise meant I may have earned an extra life or not. I think you do after a certain number of points, but I forget. So sue me. Die. One more pepper down. You can never have too many, really. And there we go. That's level 2 complete. Down to 1 pepper, though, so that's not good. Okay, next on your list should be this, which is basically dealing... That's Mr. Pickle, by the way. Kind of a weird design with that, but they look good. I mean, he does pull off the pickle look okay. I always have trouble by this level because it just gets a lot more complicated to work out, so... Case in point. Bye, Mr. Pickle. 200 for Mr. Pickle on that one. He's worth, I guess, a little bit more points for getting rid of him. I forget exactly about that, though. And no more peppers. I'm pretty much toast. At least I don't get to one before much longer. And that's that. I think I may have one last life before I'm done. We'll see. The cool thing for me about these enemies is even though they're a major pain, 13,900 points and I'm out of there. Anyway, I think you guys kind of get the idea with the gameplay here by now. I never have been good at passing that one, but yeah, very nice sounding, nice looking, very, if not 100% arcade accurate. Great deal. Okay, so that was BurgerTime, a 1984 arcade port for the ColecoVision from Coleco Industries Incorporated, under license from Data East. Is it pretty good? I think so, generally speaking. As I've been saying all along, it's considered pretty much 100% arcade accurate, and is probably one of the better, if not the best, ports of BurgerTime, at least from this generation of gaming. And it's a very challenging game, very good, can get pretty frustrating at times, but it's a good one. If you haven't tried out before with the ColecoVision port before, I'd say give it a shot if you get a chance. Anyway, I do have a number of recommendations and links for you guys. Quite a few on this one. There's my friend Mr. Postile. His video is combined with playing. He plays both the Tapper ColecoVision port and the BurgerTime ColecoVision port. So they're both on there, but he gives some pretty good gameplay for both, and he's always entertaining. Then there's ProCapture in television, dude, one of my other friends, which I was a bit surprised by, because he mostly does in television, but he has been known to get into other systems, consoles, sometimes. His is actually a bit of a longer one, with him going for kind of a high score, where he did in multiple videos at one point. This one, he has all that condensed into one. It's about something over 47 minutes, so it's a bit of a one to watch through, but very good. Then the Dot Eaters has two. My friend Brian Puddin, with his channel Brian's Man Cave, has one where he takes a closer look at it. 65 Gamer Guy has a review. My friend Willie, with his channel Arcade USA, has a nice video reviewing and playing the game some. And then, of course, Patman QC, History of Arcade Game Documentaries, has his video, which I'd also recommended on the Atari VCS 2600 port review, where he goes over pretty much in pretty well depth the history of the arcade cabinet original and the game in general, as well as all the known official ports, including this ColecoVision one, and as I had recommended before, the Atari VCS 2600 one from Mattel's M Network. So that's about 9 put together, and I'll go ahead and leave links for all those for you guys, so you can check them out if you would like to, as well as a link to the Wikipedia article on BurgerTime, since it is a pretty decent read. And we'll also mention this port among the others, at least some. Go ahead and keep your eyes peeled on my feed on this channel, both here on YouTube, as well as if you follow my feeds on Facebook and Twitter, for what the this next Sunday's upcoming ProBrew, homebrew, or prototype game will be. Again, it will probably be another emulation, since I don't have any new material to work with. I have not picked one out yet as regards the emulated game ROM, but I will do so and post it up well in time for that to, so you won't miss it. I mean, usually by the end of Friday or Saturday, I've got it posted up, so you'll get some notice on it in advance. Not sure if I'm going to do one from my Atari VCS 2600 emulated game, digital downloads of emulated game ROMs, or from mine that I have for the ColecoVision through the CollectorVision Phoenix. I'll just have to go through them and see which one comes up. So, haven't decided. As I've been saying, I've been busy with my other endeavors too, so it's been cutting into my time. Anyway, also big shout outs to my ColecoVision World Facebook group, and also to my ColecoVision and Atom Fanatics Facebook group. Love you guys over there in both of those, and hopefully you will get this video uploaded before too long. It's been pretty nice here, so I doubt they'll take too terrible long, though this video is running a little over or into 20 minutes now, so might take a bit to upload. In the meantime, if you enjoy this channel's content, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and please don't hesitate to leave any questions, comments, or suggestions down in the comment section below. You guys take care, have a wonderful Wednesday, and hopefully I will see everyone back here again this coming Sunday.